So we'll be talking on Ishavasya Upanishad today. The topic is Ishavasya Upanishad. As you see here, Ishavasya Upanishad. Let me speak something regarding the Ishavasya Upanishad. According to we discussed last semester, means last class, there are 108 Upanishads are there. According to Maharishi Shankaracharya or according to Muktika Upanishad. You know that. Among this 108 Upanishad, there are 10 more famous Upanishad. Dasho Upanishad, we said. Okay. Among this Dasho Upanishad, the first one is known as Ishavasya Upanishad. Isha means Ishwar or Lord. Vasya means one who present. Upanishad, Sabda you know, sitting near to Guru or teacher, learning about the Brahma Gyanam or Brahma Vidya. So sitting near to Guru, learning about where Brahma is located, Atma is located. Ishavasham iti Ishavasya. Where Brahma is present. That is called Ishavasya Upanishad. Okay. Now see the first point under the Ishavasya Upanishad, it belongs to Shukla Yajurveda. Shukla Yajurveda. If exam they ask the questions, Ishavasya Upanishad, last class I also told, to understand the Upanishad, which Upanishad belongs to which Veda. Short tricks I already mentioned last class. So the Ishavasya Upanishad and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, if you see, it belongs to Shukla Yajurveda. First point in your exam. They will be giving 1 to 3 options, A, B, C, D. You need to choose option is Shukla Yajurveda. And Shukla Yajurveda mainly explains about the which god? Maheshwara or Shiva. Krishna Yajurveda explains about the Brahman. Most of the Upasana, Archana is done under that Veda. So Shukla Yajurveda is the right answer here. Now how many chapters are there? In this Shukla Yajurveda, total chapter numbers is 40. Among this 40, the 40th number, the last chapter is known as Ishavasya Upanishad. Last chapter. Okay, 1 to 40 there are chapters are there. Among these 40 chapters, the last chapters, number 40 chapters, last chapter is known as Ishavasya Upanishad. So 2 points. And total mantra number is 18. See my highlight point you can see here. 18 mantra numbers are here. In Upanishad there is no sloka. We used to say mantra. Okay. In exam you may get like mantra what belongs to Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Purana or any other text they may mention. So you should click there Upanishad, mantra. Upanishad sloka is known as mantra. Okay. 18 mantras are present there. There is no chapters, there is no khanda, there is no adhyaya and all these things. Total 18 sutras, total 18 mantras are present. And second point, next one is there. This is the most oldest Upanishad. Oldest means Prachina. Sabse Puratan, the oldest one. If question asks, the oldest Upanishad is Rig Ved, Yajurved, Samaved, or some other Upanishad like Mundaka, Mandukya, Taitri or Ishavasya. Then your answer should be Isha. Okay. Ishavasya Upanishad. Now if you see the net topic, you should remember one topic here. We are not going to cover the full Upanishad. What and all needed for the net exam, we will be looking that. According to net syllabus, we should run. So the first point explained here, Karma Nishtata. Karma Nishtata means the actions with greatness or the skillful actions. Karma Nishtata having the Nishtha Bhava means the dedication towards work. That will be explained there. Next is Parabrahma Sarupa. How Parabrahma looks. That Sarupa we need to look here. Next is Atma Bhava. Atma means self. Bhava means feelings. The self feelings, Atma Bhava. How you can see, we will be talking. Next is Vidya and Avidya, knowledge and ignorance. We will be looking that, how it affects on us. On us means on Jnani or normal being, normal Purusha. And at the end, Brahma Bhava. The feelings of Aham Brahmasmi. How it is. So we have this 5 in our syllabus, in net syllabus. We will be looking one by one. Okay. Now one more point you can see here. Based on the starting mantra, this mantra, the first mantra starts with like Isha Basham Idam Sharvam Yatkin Cham Yakatam Yagat Tena Tak Tena Vunjitha Ma Vridha Kashashi Dhanam. So the starting, what is Ishavashyam idam sarvam? Isha. So based on the name Isha, Ishwar, this Upanishad name given as Ishavashya Upanishad. Isha Vashyam iti Ishavashyam. Isha means Ishwar, Paramatma, Brahman. He lives or he stay in that Upanishad. It's called Ishavasya Upanishad. And Upanishad is this Strilinga. Remember, last 2017 or 18 this question asked. Upanishad Sabda belongs to Pullinga, Strilinga, Napunshalinga, some other option they ask. So it belongs to Strilinga Shabda. Upanishad, Jagat Sabda, all these kind of things. Okay. So this is how our introductory part. Now main topic will start. Karmanishtata. What topic is? As we see, Karmanishtata. The first question asked by a rishi. You can see asked by a rishi or muni. The question was, Kasya dhanam idam. Dhanam means property. Whose property all this? Whatever you can see. You can see a mall, you can see a university, you can see a company. Whose property it is? You can tell this the Reliance is a company of Ambani. The university is a company, university is the institution for the student. But question asks, whose? The whole universe under whom? This question asked by the rishis. An answer given here, this all dhanam means property belongs to Ishwar. Okay, that's why the first mantra explained, Isha Bhasham Idam Sarvam. Whatever the present you can see in this universe, everywhere Ishwara doing Bhasha, present, Sarvam. Yat Kintam Yagatam Yagat. Wherever you can see the Jagat and whatever you can see in this Jagat. I think you know what very important concept. Yat Brahmande, Yat Ande, Tat Brahmande. Whatever present inside your body, that is present throughout the whole universe, present. So the Brahman is present throughout the universe. He is spreaded, Sarva Vyapi. So this dhanam belongs to Ishvara. And all types of creations, any kind of creations, creation may be human being, Manushya Janma, maybe Pashu Janma, like animal being, or maybe Udvija. We know the Chaturvida Sarira is there, like Jarayuja, Andaja, Swedaja, and Udvija. All kinds of Chaturvida, I mean 4 types of bodies. Jarayuja means what and all gets birth from the womb, ova womb, we know. Andaja means gets birth from the eggs, like Pakshi, different types of birds and all. Jaraja means human being, dogs and all. Swedaja means what and all gets birth from the sweat, like mosquitoes, fly and all. And last one is called Udvija, the trees and all, different types of plants. So all kinds of 4 kinds of evolution done by creations, done by him only. Him means the him stands for Brahman or Ishwara. In this Upanishad, they would use Ishwar or Ish. Okay. So if NET exam they ask these questions, this whole universe belongs to whom? A, B, C, D, they will give options. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Prakriti, Purusha. Then your answer should be Ishwar or Ish. For example, you may get confused. If the option is there, Brahman, Ishwar, Isha or Rudra, then which option you should choose? Isha. Okay. Actually, it's Brahman only. But this Upanishad mainly emphasizes on Ishwar. Ish. You should not get confused. Like Yoga Isha, like Yoga also you explain Ishwar is on Tattva, philosophy, on principles. That Ishwar or this Ishwar, both are same. Name only different here. Okay. So this is the one point. First one you can get here. If you see the under this point only, by dedicating to Ishvara, fully dedications like Bachika, Manasha and Karmana, by dedicating all, Tyaga Purvaka Upabhoganam. Tyaga Purvaka means without having any attachment, without having any kind of expectation. Tyaga. Tyagena Mahashukham. Okay. Any problems comes, whatever things comes, good or bad, you should have the bhava of Tyaga, means living. Not to tell like I am doing. If you are preparing for the NET, if you clear the NET or GRF, if you clear, you should not tell that yes, I prepare, I clear. It's correct. But that which Sakti, strength give you, or who give the strength to prepare that NET? Ishwar only. So that dedication must be there towards that. It's called Tyaga Purvaka Upabhoktavyam. After getting JRF, you will get the scholarship, no problem. So you will getting that upabhoga, means enjoyment. But first you should dedicate to Ishwar, the ultimate one. That only explanation is given here. So here that Tyaga Purva stands for the Nishkama Bhava, not Shakama Bhava. Shakama Bhava means having desire that you only did. Nishkama Bhava means without any kind of attachment or without any kind of feedback. Okay. So this Bhava you should have. Next one, if you see here, B point, Anushashitam Jagat. Anushashitam means Atha Yoganushasana. I think you heard this line. Anushasana means having some rules and regulations, you need to follow that. Already Yoga Sutra they told like Atha Yoganushasana means already yoga explained. Now you need to follow the discipline of that. Like Abhyasa Vairagya and Tajjapa Tadartha Bhavanam, all these things you need to practice. You cannot argue why I should practice, why you should not. Argument is not there because Anushasana. Sasana means the what do you say? Shasanam, or the you can say like Narendra Modi is doing Shasana of that, control over that. Means Brahma only present everywhere and you need to follow that. Anushasana Jagat or Ishwarasya. How Ishvara is doing Anushasana us and how we should live according to that. According to that means according to Ishvara. That only explains here. See, if you see this second mantra in Ishavasya Upanishad, it tells Kurvannebhyah karmani jiji pishattam samaha evam tvai nanyathasti na karma lipyate nare. Kurvannebhyah karmani. By doing the karma, one has to desire to live 100 years. Shatam varsha. Shatam means 100. Nowadays our lifespan is 60 Indian lifespan. If you see the Indian being, lifespan is 62 to 67. Before it was the 100 years. Satam. Shatam jivet, dirghayu bhavet. We used to tell any persons while birthday or any marriage, any function, we used to tell Ayushmati bhava or Ayushman bhava. Means minimum 100 years you should live. So in this verse, what to explain in this mantra, the action must be done Nishkama Bhava. With having this Nishkama Bhava, one person should live 100 years. See, short question will ask in NET exam. This question also asked 1 or 2 years before. By having the Nishkama Bhava, a person should live how many years? 60, 80, 1000, 100. Like this, they ask the questions. So then you should take the option is 100 years. Shatam Varsham. Okay, Nishkama Kama. And the Nishkama Kama, we always say Nishkama. What kind of Nishkama Karma? That also explains here. Yagya Rupa. Yagya means sacrifices. Dana Rupa, like any kind of charity. And Tapa Rupa, fully dedications. Dedicated manner. If you dedicated per day, I have to read 2 hours for net. Yes, you should read. Whatever the situation comes, you should adjust to that time. So that is called the Yagya Rupa Nishkama Karma, Dana Rupa and Tapo Rupi Nishkama Karma. NET exam, they may ask questions. What are the types of Nishkama Karma explained in Ishavasya Upanishad? They will give A, B, C, D, some options. So you have to choose these 3. Yagya Rupa, sacrifice Mulaka, Dana Rupa, like charity kind of, and Tapo Rupa. Tapa means fully dedicated manner, like Tapashwadhyaya we have discussed in Yoga Sutra. Okay. Now the next one is there here. Vikara Mukta Jivana Japanam. Vikara Mukta, without any Vikara. Vikara means maybe physical level Vikara you may develop. Like Dosha Shamya is called Vikara Rahita. Dosha Vaishamyata Vikara Yukta. Dosha means Vata Pitta Kapha, when it increases, automatically we may get disease, no problem. But mentally you should not get disturbed by that. Because if you do Sakama Karma, what will happen? If you prepare that if I clear NET, I will do these things. If you do not clear, some of them they will go for depression, they may commit suicide also. But if you do Niskama Bhava, if I get, it's good. If I do not clear, then also no problem. It won't be effect on you. So that Vikara Mukta Jivana Yapana, without any kind of Vikara, if you live, that is called Nishkama Karma. So under Nishkama Karma, Anushashita Jaga, there are 4 points. You should be very clear with this. Okay. Now if you see here, they explain 100 years, and 100 years is divided into 4 parts. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Banaprastha and sannyasa. Brahmacharya is 25 years out of 100. Grihastha is 25. Banaprastha also 25. And sannyasa is 25. Short question they may ask. For a Banaprasthi candidate, how many years he should perform Banaprastha? Banaprastha means Brahmacharya, I think during your study time, 1 to 25 years you should do study. If you go earlier, our study style, before the Macaulay style, Gurukula Parampara, 25 years you should do study, no other options. If you have to go to Gurukula, then you have to read different types of scriptures and all. Okay. And Grihastha should perform after 25 years. 26 years starts means 26 to 60. He should get into a relationship, marriage. Putra, Potradi, son, daughter, he should be able to develop, he should be able to cultivate. Grihastha life. That is not the time for the study. Study time only 1 to 25. And 26 to 50 is the Grihastha level. He should live 25 years. Then Banaprastha, after 25, after 50, it means 51 to 75. He should go to forest and learn about the Brahman. It comes under Aranyaka. I think I discussed last class. 4 parts under Veda, based on its knowledge. I think you can remember that. Like 4 parts were there: Samhita, Brahman, Aranyak, and Upanishad. 3rd part is called Aranyak. So the 3rd part here, they should go to forest and whatever they experience in their life, they should chant, they should practice towards the Brahman, towards achieve the Brahman. That is there. Sannyasa means who have lost his asha. Asha means ash. In Hindi it says ash, means any kind of desire, desireless state. Means called apta kama. In Sanskrit it says apta kama. Kama already fulfilled. There is no further kama. No desire to enjoy, no desire to live, to accept, to feel. So that is called sannyasa. That is 76 to 100 years. Okay. So these are the 4 style of life one has to live without having any kind of desire, like a nishkama karma. Okay. That nishkama karma should be like yagya rupa, dana rupa, and tapa rupa. Okay. Next we will be looking in next slide. If you have doubt, you can ask. If you open your mic, you can ask anyone. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
No doubt, sir.
Okay, very good. The next part. The key point you need to understand here, Asurya, the very important topic under Ishavasya Upanishad, Asurya. The 3rd mantra explained here. Asurya namate loka andhena tamasa vrittaha tamste pratta vigachanti eke chatmahana janaha. Asurya namate loka. Asurya means, I think you heard the Bhagavad Gita, Sura, Devashur concept, Sura, Ashura, Vivaga Yoga. Gita. Sura means good qualities and bad qualities known as Asura. Okay. Now under Asura quality, what we can see, the first one is here, Atma. Atma means Jivatma. Jivatma is the part of Paramatma. Paramatma is the gross one, or you can see the ultimate one. And the subtle one is called Jivatma. When it enters into human body, or not only human, any kind of creatures, it may be in dog, it may be in the form of cow, it may be in the form of mosquitoes also. That is called Jivatma. Because our concept is Jale Vishnu, Stale Vishnu. Vishnu Parvatamasthake. Vishnu present everywhere. So Jivatma. Here Atma stands for Jivatma. Hananam Karatiyaha. Hananam means one who destroy, or one who killed the, here next time you will see, killed Jivatma. Here actually see, Atma cannot be killed. If you go to again Gita, Nainan Chiddanti Sastrani, Naina Dahati Papakaha, Na Chaina Kiladanta Tapa, Na Shoshriti Marutaha. The Atma cannot be cut, cannot be burned, cannot be dry up, or cannot be flight. All these things are there. But you may get doubt, why here telling Atma, who kills Atma? Here killing stands for due to the ignorance. what quality you have, actual quality. You are killing your quality. That is called the Atma Hatya. Atma Hatya not stands for your physically you are killing and you are going from this universe. No. By living itself, if you kill yourself. Like for example, you have the capacity to read at a day, one day, 3 to 4 chapters. You have the capacity, you know. But you are not still, you are not doing. So you are doing, wasting your time. That is called Atma Hatya. You are doing Hatya of your time. You know you can clear the GRA this time. Still you are not doing, you are not working that. So that's you are doing Hatya of your knowledge or practice. That's when it tells about the Jivatma Hatya. So one who kills the Jivatma. Second point under the Ashurya itself, one who does not follow the Anushasana Jivanam. So it cannot be visible here. Jivanam. This is the Jivana word. Jivanam. Okay, life. Anushasana means fully restricted life. Okay, here already told this second verse, second mantra, one has to live life with Nishkama Karma for 100 years. They told. It does not mean 100 years mean you should do much masti, enjoyment, go to night party, doing here kitty party. No, not like that. Anushasana must be there. Like early morning, Dinacharya concept. You have to wake up early morning, practicing different types of asana, like different types of oil massage, abhyanga and all. All these things must be followed having without any kind of desire, desireless. That's called Niskama Karma. So how he explained by like after donating, after dedicating to Ishvara, that due to Ishvara only I am doing that work. Because Isha Vasham Idam Sarvam, Tena Taktena. Whatever he takta means he left it out. That only I am eating. Okay, I am not eating that directly. The Ishvara, that's why we do before eating food, we do one chanting like Annapurne Sadapurne. We used to dedicate the Ishvara or the ultimate auspicious one. Then we used to have the food. Okay, puja time also we dedicate to Bhagwan, Ishwar. Then we start to eat. So here tells about the Anushasana. What kind of Anushasana Ishwar told? Already we have seen the earlier mantras that we need to remember here. So who does not follow? He is known as Asurya. Who kills the Atma? He is the Asurya. 2 points. Third point. Agyana, who is present in Agyana, ignorance. Ignorance means, you know, Yoga Sutra also tells about the ignorance. Can you tell the ignorance definition? Anitya Suji.
Anitya Ashuchi Dukkan Atmasu Nitya Shuchi Sukhatma Khyati Ravidya.
Yes. So wherever it's the materialistic knowledge, materialistic, Sanskrit is called Bhautika knowledge, materialistic, you think this is as permanent. So that's called Agyana. You may be having the knowledge about this Vishwa, how to live a life, how to drive the car, how to enjoy. You know everything, but you don't know that ultimate knowledge. In that view, you are Agyani. Indriya Sukha, who is indulged in Indriya Sukha. He always enjoy the Indriyas. Please make the notes. Don't watch only. Please make the notes in your own language. Indriya Sukha, who enjoy his sensation, Indriya sensation. For example, if the food is good for him or her, he start to enjoy. If the food is not good, he won't enjoy. Not like that. If the person is enjoy, means he is bound to enjoy with his senses, with the object. Klesha Yuktaha, Klesha, like Panchaklesha, you know the Yoga Sutra also, Avidyadi. So who is indulged, merged with all kinds of kleshas, and whose chitta is andhakara channa, dark, deeply dark, ghora andhakara. Okay, deep dark, chittam is the full dark. He known as Asurya. So here explain the three quality under Asurya. They will ask in exam, 4 options will be given. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So you have to choose any option among these three. So first point is there, who kills the Atma, means Jivatma, 1. Second thing is, who does not follow the Anushasana life, Anushasana Jivana. Second. Third is, who gets indulged with the Indra Sukha, the enjoyment with the senses. It may be happy, sorrow, anything. Klesha, problems, pain, struggle. Even though you are in a company, institutions, The every day you are feeling torture, the boss is torturing you, still at the end you are getting monthly some good amount, maybe 50,000, 1 lakh. Ragging is there, still you are not leaving that job. Why? It's a klesha for you, but still you don't know the after leaving that job you will get job or not, don't know. So that's all klesha. Klesha, still you are doing in that problem, you are enjoying that things, you know that's a problem for you. Every day your insult is going on, everything is there, still you cannot leave that job. Klesha. Andakarachanya chittam, and his chitta will become always in dull, darkness. So 3 qualities of Asurya experience here. Okay. Next point. Yes. Next one tells about the Parabrahma Sarupa. The Sarupa, the form of Parabrahma. Okay. Param Brahma is Param Brahma or Isha, Ishwar. Okay. It explained here. Achalam. The Brahma is Achalam, has no legs and hands because it is Nirgunam. Achalam. Ekam, only one. Okay. Ekameva Vipra, Sat Bahuda Badanti. If you go Purana Ithihasa, Purana, you get this line. Ekadeva Sat Vipra Bahuda Badanti. Only one is Vipra, the scholar person, Atma. Bahuda Badanti. The person, human beings, that tells different way. Someone will tell Brahma, someone will Vishnu, someone Durga, Kali, Shiva, Ganesha, different name. So Ekam, Brahmanli, one. Speedy, the quality of Brahma is speedy. He can go very fast. Like our mind is very fast. Chalevate chalam chittam. How the chitta moves very fast, quickly. Now my chitta in a laptop. I am talking to you. At a fraction of a second, it may reach to Bangladesh, it may reach to German. So fraction of a second. But the Atma is very speedy than that also. Because it's a very speed. That's why it tells about the Tibra Gati. Tibra means very fast. Faster than the mind. Mind is faster instrument or fast tattva, principles. But the Atma is very fast than mind also. At the same time, stable. Atma is stable, stira. In the form of the Nirguna, has no its movable factors, not moves. So stable, like a stira stambha, statue kind of, stiraha. Okay. So at the same time, it tells 2 quality. One is called Tibra and Stiraha. Sarvagya. Sarvagya means Sarvam Janati iti Sarvagya. Who knows everything. He is called Sarvagya. So these are the quality it tells about the Brahman. They will ask the question in exam. These are the what are the qualities of Brahman according to Ishavasya Upanishad. They will give these points, 3-4 points. So you have to choose there. Okay. Now this is a very good important points. You have to by heart remember this line, very much important. Due to Brahma only, Matarishva. Matarishva means Vayu. You will get this name Matarishva in Kena Upanishad. Next class I will be talking on that. Kena Upanishad. They are explained Vayu, the Vayu Devata. Another name of Vayu Devata is Matarishva. In this Upanishad also explained Matarishva, Vayu. That Upanishad explain about the Vayu Deva specifically. Here explain this Upanishad. Vayu means like a Pancha Bhuta in the Bhuta format, Matarishva. But in Kena Upanishad, they explain about the Deva format, like a god, Vayu Dev, Agni Dev. Here explain about the Bhuta. Vayu is the Bhuta, 5 elements. Okay, Matarishva and Ap. Ap means Jalam. 2 things, Matarishva and Jalam start to function. Okay, they have no any strength to do any work. Due to the blessing or energy strength of the Brahma only, they started to function. Who and all started? Matarishva means Vayu and Jalam, up. Short question they ask in exam. What are the things start by the help of the Brahman or the Sakti of the Brahman? They will give options. So you have to go for the Matarishva or Jalam, Vayu. Okay. Next it tells, next point, Brahma present far away. It's not nearest to you. Far away and very nearest. Far away means someone will tell, like reading the scriptures and all, they will tell Brahma is very difficult to reach, to understand. Moksha Prapti, Brahma Prapti is very difficult to state or to reach that state. Difficult. So it's very far away. बहुत दूर में है. Someone will tell it's very nearest. Those who doing continuous japa, parayana, abhyasa, vairagya, for them it's very nearest. Okay. So those who are under practice, under archanam, under upasana, for them it's very nearest, very easy. Those who are not under that, for them it's very far away. That's why in the first chapter Patanjali Yoga Sutra explained Kritartham pati nashtam api anashtam jana sadharanatvat. Plus one more sutra explained Mridu Madhya Adhimatratvat, mild, moderate and higher practitioner. Based on your practice you will get that state. Okay, if your bike speed is 100, you can reach Mangalore or any place, your destination very quickly. If your speed is 30, you will be reaching, but it takes long time. That's all. So if you think it's very nearest, if you practice continuously, NET or JRF, it's very easy. Or if you think it's far away, it will be away only. Same thing Brahman. Brahma achieve, Brahma Prapti, Moksha Prapti, Apavarga, Samadhi, all synonyms, Kaivalyam synonyms, are far away. Those who are think it's difficult, for them it's far away. Those who think it's very easy and they are continuous practicing, for them it's very nearest, easy. Okay, next. Brahma is Vyaptam Characharam. The Brahma is Vyaptam, present everywhere. Chara and Achara. Chara means where you can walk. Charati, Khe Charanam. Khechari mudra you heard. Khe Charati the Khechari. Khe means sky, Charana means walking or present. Who can present in that state is called Khechari. You are making your tongue and making it the up, sky, space level, open level, Khechara. So here Chara means the ground. Achara means Chara, Acharam. Achara means there is no ground, means it's beyond the universe. In our Vishwa, universe, whatever the things is there, you will get the support. If you want to walk, you have the support of Bhumi, ground. You can walk on road, beach or ground. If you want to walk on river, you may practice some spiritual practice. You can walk over the water also, like Plavani Mudra in Hatha Padvika explained. Like you can float like a Padma Patra. Payashta Gadhapi Sukhat Palamate Padma Patravat. So if you practice that asana, that mudra, you can fly, you can float on the water. Okay. So here explain here, if you go beyond the universe also, Brahma will be present. Because he is the Srishtikarta, Srishti, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha. He is the Srishtikarta. So one who do the Srishti, one who start the, what is called, manifestations. So manifestation will be controlled under him. He won't be controlled under the manifestation. So everything is controlled by him. So he is beyond that manifestations, beyond the universe, under the universe and outside the universe. Okay. So let's explain Vyaptam Characharam. That only tells here, inside the universe and outside the universe. Okay. He is fully covered, Characharam, surrounded. Inside the universe you can get everywhere Brahma and outside also. If you go to Chandra, moon, like Chandrayaan mission we saw last movie also there you can see. So they can see the universe. So the Brahma also present there also. So these are the qualities, the characteristics or Vaishishta of Brahma explains here. You need to make the points. Okay. Next point tells here Paramatma. Paramatma also the Brahma, same thing, but specially it explains some other mantras, so I quoted that. Paramatma. Some quality of Paramatma explained. If you go to the Ishavashopanishad, mantra number 8. Mantra number 8, if you see there, mantra number 8, this line will come. The quality tells about here. Sa Paryaga Shukra Akayam Avranam Asnana Viram Shuddham Papa Vidham Paryagat Kabi Manishi Parihuhu Sambhuhu, like this. The meaning is we need to understand here. Paryaga means Sarvagataha. He can reach to everywhere. At a time, he can sometimes you may get doubt, like I am doing puja, upasana of Brahma. If the Brahma is only one, I am doing the upasana of Brahman here in Paschim Bengal. You are doing the upasana of Brahman in Tamil Nadu. Someone is doing in MP, someone is doing Maharashtra. So can Brahma reach everywhere? Only one Brahma you told. This doubt will come. Yes. The quality is sarvagataha. It can reach to everywhere at the same time. We cannot reach because we are related to Shakala, means Abhayava Yukta, manifested. We are comes under the manifestation, and he is beyond that manifestation. So that's why he told Sarvagataha. Shukra means Parama Tejamaya. Shukra stands for, if you go the Ayurvedic book, Shukra stands for Virya, Shiman. And Shukra meaning as Shukra Vashara also, Friday. Here Shukra stands for the Parama Tejamaya. If you maintain your Virya, means your Shiman, you will become Tejamaya, strengthful. Atma Shakti will become very big. Means you will not be like a gym trainer. You cannot develop your muscles and all. Your Atma Shakti strength, inner strength will increase. That is called Parama Tejamaya. Akayam. Brahma has no kaya means body, physical body. Akaya means there is no body. So there is no Stula Sarira Rahitam. No Stula Sarira. Okay, physically there is no look, Brahma, Niravayam. Okay, there is no structure. If you do a puja of a Brahman, Ganesha, that is the Sakala Brahma, means having the some qualities. You are doing the Murti Upasana. But Brahma, the actual Brahma, Nirguna Brahma is beyond that. That's why it tells about here, Stula Sarira Rahitam, has no gross body. Next tells about Abranam. Branam means Chidra, holes. So without any holes, wounds, you can take wounds. We will be having wounds in our muscles or anywhere. In your stomach also wounds will be there. Okay. So Chidra Rahitam. Asna Viram. Asna means blood. Aviram means no blood. Blood we cannot see actual outlook. If you see a human being, you cannot see the blood. If you cut his body, then only blood comes. So blood is the Sukshma Rupa. The Brahman has no Sukshma Sarira also. That's what told Sukshma Sharira Rahitam. No Sukshma Lakshanam. So here Stula also not there. Here Stula gross level and Sukshma level also there is no physical or the Sukshma subtle appearance of Brahman. Asna Viram. Shuddham means Dibya Sachirananda Sarupam. Shuddhi, like Yoganga Anusthana Ashuddhik Saye. Shuddha means when Ashuddhi will get clear, purified, then the knowledge will arise. So Brahma is automatically already Shuddha, pure consciousness. So Divyam means divine, the consciousness, Sachidananda Sarupa. Oh, Brahman. Apapa Vidhyam means he is free from the Shubha and Ashubha karma. He neither Shubha, neither Ashubha. In Yoga Sutra, I think you heard 4th chapter, Sutra number 7. They explain Karma Ashugula Akrishna Yoginam Strividham Itaresham. For a yogi, the karma is neither Shukla, neither Krishna. Neither Shukla, Krishna Mishrita. Is Ashugula Akrishna. It's not that. The yogi is the person who lives in this universe, but the Brahma who is beyond that universe. So you cannot make that point that is Ashugula Krishna. No. He have no any work. He is beyond the karma. Karma adi rahita. Beyond that karma. That's why I explain here. Shubha Ashubha karma rahita. No karma. Neither good nor bad. Okay. And not mixture also. Paryagat means Sarvatra Vyapta. He is spread throughout the universe. You can see here, at the same time you can see there, everywhere you can see. When the sun arises, at the same time the sun will be visible here, at the same time sun will be visible in your home, at the same time sun will be visible in our father home, anywhere. Same time. So it's present throughout. Sarvatra Vyapta Paryaga. Kavi means sarvadrashta. Kavi means, I think you know, on line is there in Hindi. Jahana pache Rabi, waha pache Kavi. Where the sun not arises, not reaches, the Kavi, the poet can reach that state. He can think, he can imagine that, and he can make it note. So we can read that. That is the actual quality of a writer or a poet. So that it tells about the richness, where he can reach. Rich means not the dhanavan, means where he can destination level, where he can reach. Gamanam, sarva drashta, because he can see everything. A poet can see everything, futuristic. They can see. Sarva drashta, he can observe everything. Manishi means sarvagya, who knows everything, and Mauna, who won't talk anything. Mauna means he will be subtle. Jnana Sarupa, scholar. Okay. Jnanamayam, like Satchit Ananda. Sat means Satyam, permanent. Chit means Chaitanya Sarupa, and Ananda means happiness. Okay. So Jnana Sarupa explained here. Now it explain about the Paribhuhu. Paribhuhu means Sarvatra Vyapta, surrounded. Same meaning comes here. Sarvatra Vyapta. Brahma is surrounded everywhere. Okay. So that's why we used to say this universe is covered in our modern science. We used to say the universe is covered by the energy. Energy is present everywhere. Energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. That if you go to cosmos physics, they will bring that topic. So energy is surrounded everywhere. I am talking because some energy is here. This slide is going due to some energy. Everything is going by the energy only. That is called Paribhuhu. Sayambhu. Sayambhu means Sayam Bhavati iti Sayambhu. Sayam means automatically. Sechaya Prakataha Bhavati iti. Sechaya means automatically. According to his desire, he can get appears according to his wish. If he wants to Brahma wants to appear in the particular yajna, he can appear. If he wants to reach to a marriage party, if you do there also he can appear. If you do any kind of puja like home opening, there also he can do. So same, according to his wish, he will reach. That's why when you do yaga yajna, 108 times we do ahana, like Om Brahma Agachya, Shita Agachya, Paryaga Agachya, Agnim Agachya. Agachya means we are calling. He is coming or not, his wish. That's why we call it Sayam Bhuhu. Sayam means automatically. Sayam Eva. Bhu means present. So Sechaya Prakataha Bhavatiti. So this all tells about the Paramatma quality by sister also. Now you may get doubt why I am telling this is separately, this one and previous one also separately, because these things given into separate verse, separate mantra. So I put that. You should know those two. Now this point here. Atma Bhava. Atma Bhava. Atma means self. Bhava means feelings. Self feeling when it comes. It tells about that. Okay. See, whatever the topics I am covering this side, highlighting, this is belongs to NET exam. I am not going to talk about the means deeply into Upanishad. It's very difficult to explain in 1 hour or half an hour. It takes a long time to understand. So based on your NET exam, so that you can clear NET or GRF easily. That's few. See, when a person's look, Sarveshu Pranishu. Sarveshu means in all prani. Prani means creatures, not only animals. In all creatures, if a person looks Atma Bhava, like himself. Atma means I am only that, or he is the inside me present. Like we say in our Hindu religion, we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This whole universe like a Kutumba, family. If you think in that sense, what kind of problems that person is suffering from, you will feel yourself. That person is under problem means you will feel pain that. And the person is happy means you won't be jealous. You also feel happy. If your neighbor purchases a big car, you should not feel the jealousy. If you happy, means his happiness becomes your happiness. his pain, sorrow become your pain. Then only you become the one. That's called Atma Bhava feeling. Okay. See, then the person gets free from Dvesha Grinadi Rahita. Dvesha means aversions. Desha is not the himsa, remember. Himsa means you can do himsa mentally, physically and orally also. Dvesha means that feelings. Dvesha comes first, then himsa will come. First you will dislike that person. For example, in your class, if two persons are, so many persons are there, one person got the first rank. You will dislike that person, start to dislike. That's called dvesha. Then you will start to himsa. You can tell some bad words, all these things, mentally, physically, all this. So the pre-stage of himsa is called dvesha, aversion, dvesha, vinimesha, you know, Yoga Sutra. And grinadi, hatred. You start to hate him or her. Okay. If a person become the Atma Bhava, making one, means whatever the things is happening outside and inside, so everything become the one. So he will get free from the Dvesha Grinadi Rahita. This question they ask in the exam. If a person gets stable in the state of Atma Bhava, what kind of quality he will achieve? A, B, C, D option will come. Then you should choose the option Dvesha Grinadi Rahita. See, I took this line from the Shankara Bhashya. Dvesha Grinadi Rahita. He only mentioned there. Okay. There are so many things. Only most important points I just took here. Okay, next one. When a person reaches to Atma Bhava, when a practice person reaches to Atma Bhava state, he becomes free from Moha Shokadi. Moha means the illusions, Shoka means the sorrow. If you reach that state, you will become free from these two. This is also important part in the view of net exam. If a person reaches that state, what kind of feelings he will adopt inside him, or he will feel Moha Shokadi Rahita, and he reaches to the highest state of Chitta or highest state of mind. That only called Yoga, the highest state of consciousness. So he will reach the state of Yoga. So when the Moha is not there, Shoka is not there, Dvesha is not there, Ghina is not there. This question in the base of match the A side beside A column, B column. Anyhow they can ask. Till here, if you have any question, you can ask. Yes. Yes, questions? Anyone? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
Please mute. Yes. So next part tells about the very important part in your NET exam. Last time also this question, one question asked from this part. Vidya and Avidya Avadharana. The concept of Vidya and Avidya, very, very important part. Last, because I attend so many times NET, so I have seen like 2 or 3 times asked question from this particular topic. Okay. Vidya and Avidya, knowledge, and the ignorance. Okay. Now see I have made 2 columns. One is column number A, one side left side, column number B, right side. Okay. Now if you do upasana of avidya, this is avidya column and this is vidya, knowledge. Okay. The avidya stands for bhautika knowledge. Bhautika means materialistic. Name, fame, money, positions, okay, power, everything comes under bhautika knowledge, materialistic knowledge. Okay, avidya is the meaning of avidya is materialistic knowledge, one. And karma anusthana. Karma means action. Okay. Here the karma stands for the nishkama action. Already I discussed. Here karma for the nishkama action. You should know that also. Nishkama, not sakama. Nishkama karma tells about here. Like you are doing, studying, reading, writing with nishkama bhava. Okay. And next tells about the, if you do that kind of actions, karma anusthana or the knowledge, acquiring knowledge regarding the materialistic Bhautika knowledge. The result is tells here. Ghora andhakara praptihi. You will reaches to Ghora andhakara, means deep darkness. You will reaches to the state of deep darkness, it tells about here. And what is deep darkness? Kitadi yoni. Kita yoni means you will get the birth. Now you are in the birth of a human being. If you do that kind of action, you will go to Kita yoni. Kita yoni means like a mosquito, cockroach, fly, Kitas. Okay, so you will go there. Short question, they may ask questions here. If a person practice avidya, what kind of yoni he will reach? ABCD option will be there. Udvida yoni, Manushya yoni, Pashu yoni, Kita yoni. Answer should be Kita yoni. Okay. Insects. In English it says insects. And he will reach to the Andhakara Prapti. Andhakara means Ghor Andhakara. Deep darkness. You will achieve. You will go to that. If you do Upasana of Avidya. Okay. Next tells about right column. Vidya Upasana. If you do Upasana of Vidya. Always studying. Adhyatmika Jnanam. Here Vidya stands for the Adhyatmika Jnanam, not Bhautik Jnanam. See, Bhautik Jnanam already discussed the earlier one. The materialistic knowledge. Adhyatmika knowledge means the self-knowledge, Brahman knowledge. Who you are, who am I, Aham Koshmi, Aham Brahmasmi, about that concept. If you're going on studying, let's call the Swadhyaya. Yoga Sutra also tells about the Swadhyaya, self-study. Adhyatmika knowledge. And he will do Jnana Anusthana. Jnana means about that Adhyatmika knowledge. Anusthana means practice. He will do practice about the Adhyatmika, not materialistic, spiritual. And again here the result is the enjoyment. Main interesting topic is telling here. You will get the result is as Ghora Andhakara Prapti also here. See, there is no difference here. If you do Upasana of Avidya, you will go to the Ghora Andhakara, means deep darkness state, or Kitadi yoni. If you do the Upasana only on for the knowledge, Vidya, Adhyatmik Vidya, always reading the scripture, Upanishad, Veda, Upanishad, Quran, Bible, always reading. If you ask some person, some teacher, some other person also, they know the whole Vedas, they already by heart it. They know the Upanishad, Gita, they all by heart it. But they are not sharing their knowledge in the public. We tell in Hindi like Kitab Ka Kira. Daily they are reading 10-15 hours. Only acquiring the knowledge but not utilizing, not practically, not applying that knowledge. Even that kind of persons comes, even though they are reading the Upanishad, Veda, Sastradi, they also reach to the Ghora Andhakara, deep darkness. So there is no result, there is no separation between the result. If you do Vidya, same result. If you do Upasana of Avidya, then also same result. It's called Ghora Andhakara or deep darkness. Andhatamaha pravishanti ya avidyam upashate. This is the line. For doing Upasana of Avidya and Vidya also. Like Kitadi yoni. So there is no difference between these two. Now you may get out, then why I should do Upasana of Vidya, I will do Upasana of Avidya only. Okay. Now this next line is tells here there. Then what important part, very important part. There is a last time asked question from this line, this point. Last time, 2020. Last December they asked these questions. Like this question is called, then what to do? Then you may ask, then what should I do? What to perform? Now Vidya, Avidya and Vidya. Together you have to practice, the practicing together. You should not practice only Avidya, you should not practice only Vidya. Together. If you practice, then Avidya will, what the result is, Avidya tells about the crossing the Mrityu. The Avidya and Avidya, if you practice together, the Avidya will help to overcome the Mrityu. And later on you will reach to Amaratta Prapti, the Amaratta, the higher state. Amara means no death, no birth. That state you will reach. Amaratta Prapti. Clear? See, you should be clear with this point. If you do practice only Vidya, you will go to that deep darkness, Andha Tamaha, that is the line. Deep darkness. If you practice Vidya, then also deep darkness. But if you practice together, starting level you will overcome, you will cross that mittu. Mittu means in samsara, you are continuously you are going to die. Like in your modern terminology, we say every cells are going to die for 6 months, 7 months. Every cells, WBC, RBC, any cells. Again, next cells will then develop. Okay, so that mittu you can overcome, and at the end you can reach to Amaratta Prapti. So this line you should by heart. Here I can show you this line. I have made this round. This line you have to by heart. Avidyaya mrityum tritva vidyam amritam ashnute. You should by heart this line. Very, very important line. Very, very important. Avidyaya mrityum tritva. By avidya, you can overcome the mrityu, or you can cross. Trita means crossing. Crossing the mittu, vidya. By that knowledge, you can go for amrita ashnute. You can get the taste of amrita. So first you should cross avidya. First you should cross the mrityu by having the support of avidya. Then you can go for the support of vidya and you reach to amrita. So together practice leads to success. You should have the knowledge of the practical life and you should have the knowledge of the spiritual life. Then only you are a yogi. If you leave your home, you going Himalaya and practicing yoga, your family is crying, no food, no money, that is not the yoga lakshana. And even Bhagavad Gita also tells, samsara dharma is the mahana dharma. Present in the samsara, if you do yogi karma, you are the great person. So this time you should by heart. Avidyaya mrityum tritva vidyaya amritam ashnute. By the help of avidya, one can overcome the mrityu, one can cross the mittu, and he can get the amrita by the help of vidya knowledge. Okay. Same point explained here. Asambhuti and Sambhuti. Asambhuti known as avidya, Sambhuti known as vidya, knowledge. See, Vinashi, Asambhuti, that kind of knowledge which leads to Vinasha, avidya. And Sambhuti knowledge which leads to success, Shafalya, Moksha, liberation. So they may ask question 1 here. What is the synonym of vidya? They will give A, B, C, D options. The synonym of vidya is Sambhuti. The synonym of avidya is Asambhuti. Okay. Under Asambhuti, what will happen? Vinasha Shila Devanam Upasana. You will do the Upasana, Archana of Vinasha Shila Deva, like Rakshasa or other Yaksha, Ashura. If you see the Mahishasur in Navaratri time, Mahishasur, he used to do the Yajna for Brahma to get that bad wound, bad vara. So you are doing the Vinasha Shila Devanam Yajna. So which leads to Vinasa, destroy. Okay. And here Avinashi Paramatma Upasana. You can go for the Paramatma Upasana. Avinashi, who is not going to destroy, the ultimate one, Paramatma Upasana. Like you can go for the Brahman Upasana for something good. You are doing Yapa for your betterment of your family or your society. When you purchase new home opening purpose, you do Santi Yaga. So this is for betterment. Maybe betterment for you, for the society, anything. That is called the Sambhuti. This question also asked in exam. They may ask for something good purpose, willing good. What kind of yaga or upasana can be done? ABCD option they will give. Then your answer must be Sambhuti Upasana. Or Vinasha purpose, which Upasana? Asambhuti Upasana. Okay. Here also same thing explains here. When you practice Asambhuti and Sambhuti together, remember, Asambhuti and Sambhuti together, practice together, then only it gives the same result. Asambhuti will lead to cross the Mrityu, like Avidya, how you learn previous slide, and then it will transfer to Amrita. That Vidya will transfer into Amrita Prapti. So first you will get the crossing of Mrityu, then you will get the Amrita. So two things must be done. Together you should practice Sambhuti and Asambhuti. Alone you cannot practice. If you practice alone only Asambhuti or alone Sambhuti, you will go for Ghora Andhakara, deep darkness. Together practice first state, it leads to the overcoming the Mrityu, the fear of death in yoga we tell, and then it leads to the Amrata Prapti, the self-realizations. Okay, so this is very, very important points, Vidya and Avidya Avatarana. The next point under here, it tells about here, Brahma Bhava, Atma Bhava and Brahma Bhava, you can get here similar to that. Under Brahma Bhava, explain the Ishvara Prarthana. The Ishvara Prarthana is explained here, Jyoti Maya, Surya Mandala Dwara, by the Jyoti Mandala and Surya Mandala, the covers Brahma. The Brahma is covers this universe by the Jyoti, the lighting, energy, and Surya, the temperature. If you see the Surya has the two quality. One is give the temperature, heatness, and the light, Prakasha. So Jyoti means Prakasha and Surya Mandala means the heat. Covers. So it will, the universe is covered by these two. So it, the practitioner, Shishwa or the disciple, he is doing prarthana to Brahman, that is, please decrease your brightness. Please decrease. I am doing dhyanam so that I can see you by my dhyana. Because if the sun is there, you cannot see towards sun. If the sun is really bright, you cannot see by only your bare eyes. Bare eyes you cannot see. खाली आँख में आप देख नहीं सकते हो. You cannot see without, you can see with having support of any glass or any kind of goggles. Open eyes you cannot see, bare eyes. It's difficult to concentrate there because that power is there, energy is there, temperature is there. You cannot see the Surya. The Brahma is same, like a Surya Sarupa, Yoti Sarupa, Brahman. So you cannot see directly. So the Shishya is asking to Brahman, please decrease your brightness, so that by dhyana I can observe you. Observe means closing the eyes, he is doing dhyana, so he can observe the inner sound. Okay, and he was asking the Brahman, like, hey Pushan, hey Prajapati, hey up, Pushan means up, water, hey Prajapati, the Brahman, please decrease your temperature, decrease your the prabha, lightness, so that I can concentrate on you. Okay. So this is the Ishvara Prarthana, explained here. Next, if you see the very important part here, Shoham Asmi. I think once this question asked in NET exam, Shoham Asmi. This sentence or this Paryavachi comes in which Upanishad? Shoham Asmi. It comes under Ishavasya Upanishad. So Asmi means Shoham. I am that. I am that only. Shoham Asmi. I am only that. It comes to Ishavasya Upanishad. Okay. And here explain one more things. He Agnihi. Agni means not Agni Deva. Agni stands for Ishvaraha. Okay. And he explain, let me go towards the Aishcharyam. He Agni Dev. Let me, after doing the dhyana, let me go towards the Aishcharya. Aishcharya means, you know, no need to discuss again. Ashta Aishcharya. Animam, Mahima, Lagima, Garima, Prapti, Prakemam, Ishittam and Vashittam. It explained nicely in Yoga Sutra. So let me reach to that state. First in Aishcharya state. Then I can do charam practice, deeper practice, so that I can reach to you, Brahman. I can reach to become one. Jivatma and Paramatma, I can become one. So first let me give permission to reach that state. So first you should decrease your temperature, prakasha, brightness, so that I can concentrate on you, one, and give me blessing, energy, so that I can reach to the Aishcharya state, Ashta Aishcharya. Okay. So this is how this Upanishad completes here. I am covering only yogic concept according to NET syllabus. Do you have any doubts? You can ask. Yes. You can open your mic and ask.
Sir,
Yes.
Ishvara Prarthana, can you explain
Which
once
one?
again?
Ishvara Prarthana.
Ishvara Prarthana.
Ishwar Prarthana, yes. Ishwar Prarthana, yes. See, in a Brahma Bhava, the first one comes under, this is called Brahma Bhava, Ishwara Prarthana. The practitioner, like we are practicing yoga, here also the Shishya or the practitioner, he is doing Prarthana of Brahman, that hey Brahman, his name given like Pushan, hey Jaladev, water, Pushan means Jalam, water, and Prajapati, Prajanam Prajapati, who is the king of Karta of Praja, Prajapati, you are the Jyoti Sarupa, Jyoti Maya, Surya Mandala. The quality of Surya is two. One is giving the light, Prakasha, and second is called temperature. Okay, so you have the both quality, and you cover this whole universe. I am doing dhyana so that you should decrease your temperature and heatness, so that I can see you, I can observe you, I can feel you. Because if the temperature is high, if we open our bare eyes, by using our bare eyes, we cannot see the sun, Surya. We cannot open our eyes towards the sun if the sun is very shining. If the sun is covered by the clouds, we can see during the Surya Grahana and all. But the Brahma is never going to cover. Okay. So I cannot see you. So please decrease your heatness, brightness, shininess, so that I can concentrate on you. This is a request from student or the practitioner. Okay. First, second thing he explained, let me send or let me go towards the Aishwarya. He is asking the Agni. Agni means synonym of Ishwar only. Agni Medha. This is the word. Ishwar only. He is asking Agni, please decrease your temperature so that I can concentrate on you, I can do dhyana on you, and please let me go towards the Aishwarya or the Ashtaishwarya, you know, the different types of properties. Anima, Mahima, Lahima, Garima, and all this. Then I can continue my practice for the Samadhi or becoming one, Kaivalya and all. So this is the request for the Brahman by Shishya. Yes. Anyone? Yes. Anyone? Yes. Yes, you asking something? Anyone? Quickly, you can ask.
ये विनाशशील देवानोपासना असंभूति उपासना is correct or संभूति उपासना?
Vinashashil. Vinashashil comes under Asambhuti, and Sambhuti comes under the good man, better man for the society, for you.
We are doing that.
Yes. Like Asambhuti is the synonym of Avidya, Sambhuti is the synonym of Vidya. So you need to practice both the things together. Then only you can go to first stage. The achievement is called, you can cross the Mittu. Then automatically you can go for the Amrita Prapti. So that's why I mentioned this is a very important verse. Avidyaya mritum tritva vidyaya amritam ashrute. Very, very important verse. Yes. Anyone, if you have any doubt, you can ask quickly. No doubts means I will ask.
Sir,
Yes.
under Brahmajnana,
They have
they
explained
have
the 12
explained the
qualities,
12
right?
qualities, right?
12 or 13, I think. Yes. Sa paryagacha kamam. Yes. This one you are asking about this. Yes. Shukram, kayam, abranam, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It comes under verse number or mantra number 8, Ishavasya Upanishad. These are the features of Paramatma, Parabrahma. Above also, if you see this verse, here also you get the Parabrahma Sarupa. So these two qualities, this verse quality and this verse quality explained in different mantra. So different mantra. That's why I mentioned that. They may ask question also. Like according to this Upanishad, what are the quality of Brahman? ABCD option. Okay. Any doubt? If you have don't doubt, then I will start asking some questions. Ready? If I ask particular person, he should on his mic and he tell the answer. I will tell his name or her name. He should on his mic, open his mic and tell. Others are, you can type the answer. Okay. First questions. Which Upanishad is known as the oldest Upanishad? Which Upanishad is known the oldest Upanishad? The answer should come from Sri Lakshmi. ABCD options. She is there or not?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, tell the answer. The oldest Upanishad. Manjunath can give the answer. Manjunath.
So this is for
This is for
Upanishad
Upanishad
only.
only. Ishavasya
Ishavasya
Upanishad.
Upanishad. Correct answer. Okay. Gopal Krishna will tell how many mantras explains under this Upanishad. Gopala Krishna. How many? 18 mantras. Very good answer. Sunita ma'am will tell how many means this Upanishad belongs to which Veda?
Sir, question again.
Yes. This Upanishad belongs to which Veda?
Shukla Yajurveda.
Very good. Very good. Now here the karma explain what kind of karma. Karma, like they explain like tapa, karma, dana. So what kind of karma? Nishkama karma. Yes. Next question to Sandeep. By doing the Nishkama karma, how many years one should live? According to this Upanishad.
100 years. 100 years.
Very good answer. If a person do the upasana of avidya or vidya, where he reaches, the answer will be given by Harshita. Will be given by Harshita. If a person does or do upasana of vidya and avidya, where he reaches. Harshita. If a person practice the upasana of vidya and avidya,
He will
He will reach higher states.
higher state, he will reach to Ghora Andhakara. If you practice Vidya and Avidya separately, or if you practice together, then it will, first stage you will go to the crossing the Mrityu, and second stage you will overcome the you reach to the Amrita Prapti. So what is the important verse I told you need to buy heart? Can you repeat that verse?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Avidyaya
Avidyaya vidyam
Tirtva.
Tirtva
Yes.
Vidyamrita
Vidyayamrita Shnute.
Vidyam Amrita Asnute. Amritam Asnute. Asnute means testing. You will have the taste of Amrita. Not the like literary meaning of taste. Not you're not like swallowing taste. Not that sense. Okay. Very good answer. Yes. Now see, this Upanishad explains one very important line. Okay. Like Soham Asmi. It belongs to which Upanishad? Gopala Krishna? Soham Ashmi. Soham Asmi. Gopala Krishna.
Yes, sir.
Belongs to which Upanishad? You should get the answer quickly. If you're not able to, Sri Lakshmi will give the answer. Soham Ashmi, it belongs to which Upanishad?
Nadavindu Upanishad.
Wrong answer. Next person, Sri Lakshmi.
Sir.
Yes, give the answer. Yes, correct answer. Ishavasya Upanishad. The last question from this Upanishad. Very short Upanishad. So no need to discuss much more. If a person become one in the feeling of Atma Bhava, means in all prani, in all human being, all creatures he become one, then what kind of feelings he will get, or what kind of things he can overcome? The answer will give by Manjunath.
So moha sokadi.
मोह शोकादि रहित
Yes, plus dvesha grinadi rahita. Okay. Yes. So you should make the notes, prepare. It will be helpful for you.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
ओके
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर
Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सो मच